Morning children, I think you all are fine and ready to attend to the class. Am I right? Yes. What we discussed last class, can you remember? Yes, it is water, problem of availability, etc. And also natural vegetation we discussed. And how natural vegetation and wildlife, how they are helping us. What is the role of that to resources in life of human beings? Everything we discussed. So today we can discuss distribution of natural vegetation. Distribution of natural vegetation. You know that what is distribution? Different areas of the world. You know that differently distributed in different areas. Last class we discussed the importance of natural vegetation and how they are helping us, everything. Here we can discuss distribution and size and type of natural vegetation. Distribution, size and types of natural vegetation. The growth of vegetation depends mainly upon two factors. Once again I will tell you how the natural vegetation is distributed in different areas of the world. It is based on two factors. You know which are they? Yes, it is temperature and moisture. These two factors are responsible for the distribution of the natural vegetation. Which are the two factors? Temperature. Second one, moisture. You know what is the meaning of moisture? Nanavu, irpam ennu parayum. Okay. So, do you know which are the major vegetation types of the world? Can you see different types of the trees and plants on earth? So, recently also new types of little tiny plants. Its names, it is by finding out by scientists. So it is saying that different types of which are the different types of the vegetation. Can you say recently here Karimpuzha Wildlife Reserve Forest, it got a place, that means a position in our map. So my dear children, we have to understand different types of the vegetation covers are there. Which are they, you know? That means on the basis of the trees, their characteristics, their areas and their size, everything, it is entirely distributed, that is distributed differently in different areas. These vegetation types, it is classified into four. Which are they, you know? First one, you know, forest. Second one, grasslands. Third one, shrubs or scrubs. Fourth one, tundra. Tundra or tundra. Okay. So, you don't worry. Forest, you know that it is a type of vegetation cover. We are familiar with the forest area. Isn't it? But the desired areas of the forest, it is declining nowadays. But for forest department, according to them, their desired area, it is less than that of what it is present today. But recently the news came, it is in Kerala, the desired amount of the forest, it is more. That means Kerala's forest area, it is increased a lot recently. It is saying that. Okay, the studies, it is proved that we are proud about it. Am I right? And so forest, you know that it is a type of vegetation. Different types of the trees were there. From tiny plants to big trees will be there. Then grasslands. You know grasslands, you studied in 6th standard and 7th standard about grasslands. Pulmadu, so grasslands. Next, scrubs. That means standard trees are growing in this area, scrubs. Then it is tundra vegetation that we can see in the polar regions, especially mountain, that means high cold areas. We can see this tundra vegetation, mountain areas. Okay, so these are the 4 types of the vegetation which is growing on earth. Okay, so we can discuss it one by one. What is the first one? First one, forest. In areas of a heavy rainfall, so we are discussing one by one. First one, it is forest. So in areas of a heavy rainfall, huge trees will grow very tall. Did you notice that? Wherever it is getting heavy rainfall, the trees will be growing in great height, very tall. So the forests are associated with the areas with abundant water is there. Where we can see the thick forest? Yes, evergreen forest you might have heard. Okay, we studied evergreen deciduous. So evergreen forest is such a type of a thick forest we can see where there is availability of the water is more. And also according to the amount of the moisture, so we can see the differences in the size of the trees. That is the most important thing we have to understand in this area. According to the availability of the moisture or rainfall or precipitation, the size of the trees are different in different areas. Means the amount of moisture decreases, the size of the trees and their density or thickness also reducing. Where there is a less amount of rain, there is a less amount of trees are there. Their size and their thickness, everything it is decreasing. Now you understood? So this is the first category of the natural vegetation, that is forest. Second one, it is grasslands. Grasslands. You know, short-tended trees and short-standard. There is a word in it is in your textbook, standard. You know what is the meaning of standard? Muradicha. That is a short-standard trees and the grasses are growing in moderate rainfall areas. A moderate level of a rainfall if it is getting, that area we can see short standard trees and grasses are growing, and these area are known as a grassland area. You know, in that we can see that height of the grass, it will be 4 meters, 3 meters, like that height will be there, and some areas you can see that short grasses are growing, some area tall grass it is growing. So whatever may be, these areas in between the standard trees you can see. In which area? Moderate rainfall area, that it is known as a grasslands. So you understood the second category of the vegetation. Third one, scrubs. Third one, scrubs. Thorny shrubs and scrubs grow in dry areas of a low rainfall area. So, shrubs, thorny bushes, scrubs, kuttichedigal, padannu nilkunna kuttichedigal, and also thorny bushes, mullugalulla chedigal. You already studied in the desert areas, we can see these thorny bushes. So these thorny bushes and these scrubs and shrubs we can see in which area? Where there is a less amount of rainfall or low amount of rainfall area, we can see these scrubs or shrubs and thorny bushes. Okay, in these areas plants have a deep root. your general science lower classes you studied that where there is a less rainfall or less water availability, the roots of the trees they are growing deep to the earth. Why it is? Yes, to absorb, to carry water from the deep to their roots, okay, and to take it for their other activities. So they are deep rooted. And leaves with the thorny. ഇലകൾ എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും? thorny bushes, മുള്ളുകളുള്ള ഇലകളായിരിക്കും. And waxy surfaces, waxy നിമിഷമുള്ള waxy surfaces, മെഴുകു പോലെ. That means it would be thorny bushes, thorny leaves, waxy surface, and deep rooted trees and plants are there in this low rainfall area. And you know why it is. And so these are the important things about the scrubs. So types of vegetation are different. 4 types are the first one forest, second one grasslands, and third one scrubs. Then what is the fourth one? Tundra vegetation. Tundra vegetation. Tundra vegetation. You know that we can see this in the cold polar region. പായൽ പോലെയുള്ള ചെടികൾ, കുഞ്ഞു ചെടികൾ, കുഞ്ഞു പ്ലാന്റ്സിനെയാണ് these lichens, mosses. We are saying that this type of vegetation, lichens and mosses, it is we can see in the polar areas. That means extremely cold regions. That such a type of plants are we can see in the tundra region, and it is known as tundra vegetation. And so these are the 4 classifications of the different types of the vegetations. Okay, next we can classify forest. So these are the important vegetation types. From this we can classify different types of the forest. How can we classify? Classification of forest. Classification of forest. It is broadly classified into, you know that, which are they? Yes, evergreen forest and deciduous forest. Which are they? Evergreen and deciduous. Evergreen. Evergreen forest and deciduous forest. These are the main classifications of the forest. This classification is on the basis of how this classification it is happen. It is on the basis of how they shed their leaves. On the basis of the shedding of the leaves, this forest or this natural vegetation forest it is classified into 2. Evergreen forest and the deciduous forest. So we can see what is the specialities. Do you know the differences between these 2 forests? Very simple. That is one of the most important difference. All of you listen properly. One of the most important difference it is evergreen forest do not shed their leaves in a specific season. Evergreen forest will not shed their leaves. The shed their leaves, what do you mean by shed their leaves? ഇല പൊഴിക്കുക. Evergreen forest will not shed their leaves in a specific season. ഒരു പ്രത്യേക കാലയളവിൽ evergreen trees അവരുടെ ഇല പൊഴിക്കാറില്ല. All through the year leaves will be there and the thickness will be there and greenery will be there in the forest. Such a type of a forest or such a type of trees growing in this evergreen forest area. But while we are taking deciduous forest, we can understand that the deciduous forest shed their leaves in a particular season. In a special season, in a particular season, deciduous forest shed their leaves. Deciduous forest പ്രത്യേക പീരീഡിൽ അവരുടെ സീസണിൽ അവ ഇല പൊഴിക്കുന്നു. This is the most important difference between evergreen forest and the deciduous forest. Why these deciduous forests shed their leaves in a specific season? Can you say? Yes, it is to conserve loss of moisture through transpiration. Evaporation വഴി moisture നഷ്ടപ്പെടാതിരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് അവ ഇല പൊഴിക്കുന്നത്. Studied in your science, am I right? Okay, so on the basis of their location, both forests again classified. Before that, once again I will tell you, on the basis of the vegetation, natural vegetation, it is divided into 4 types: forest, grasslands, scrubs and tundra vegetation. In these different characteristics we saw. After that, the forest mainly there are 2 types. They are evergreen forest and deciduous forest. Evergreen means the speciality it is the evergreen forest will not shed their leaves in a specific time, but the deciduous forest will shed their leaves in a specific duration of time or a specific season. That because they have to sustain to moisture through loss of moisture through transpiration. So that is why they are shed their leaves. So the next we have to understand. Next we have to see on the basis of the location of the forest. On the basis of location of the forest, again we can classify tropical or a temperate forest. On the basis of location, tropical area, the forest it is known as a tropical forest, and temperate area, the forest is known as a temperate forest. And you know, numbers of people are increasing. That means, number of people are increasing, or the population is increasing. Got it? So the destruction of the natural resources or forest also increasing. Or population is increasing, but with that the natural resources is not at all increasing, or the land area is not at all increasing. So what will happen? With this increasing, or for this increasing population, we have to get their food also needed, and also settlements also, their houses we have to construct, and agricultural activities we have to increase, everything, production, everything we have to increase with this increasing number of a population. So what will happen? Population is increasing and there is no enough space to settle them, or enough resources are not there. So what will happen? The people are cutting and clearing the forest, and there they are starting their agricultural activities, construction of the houses, or starting factories, or construction of roads, railways, and urbanization also happening. Got it? So large areas of the forest are cutting and clearing, and they are starting to grow crops to feed this increasing number of population. So that is why forest over areas, or a forest cover areas, it is decreasing in the world, or vanishing or decreasing rapidly. So an urgent action it is needed to protect this natural resource as a forest, to conserve the forest areas. Okay, so my dear children, we have to understand it is our duty to protect the natural resources, and we have to understand, we have to take important precautions to stop these problems also. You know that for that we have to start different activities. So my dear children, we have to understand these are the important problems, and these are the important vegetation cover, and according to the areas, location, how it is classified, and these are the important points we discussed in this area. One more time I will tell you, on the natural vegetation it is classified into 4: forest, grasslands, scrubs and tundra vegetation. On the basis of the location of the forest, it is divided into evergreen forest and deciduous forest. Evergreen means they will never shed their leaves in a specific period of time, but deciduous forest will shed their leaves in a specific time during a specific season because to adapt to the situation of situation in the by evaporation for evaporation activities. And also it is our duty to protect, or nowadays recently we saw that the area of the forest it is vanishing or decreasing, that because the problem we know that because the increasing population, the forest area or the land or the resources are not increasing. So the people are exploiting it by their different activities. So studies it is proved that the forest area it is decreasing recently because of the urbanization and encroaching activities of the people, hunting activities and enlarging the agricultural areas and all. So next topic we will discuss the solution of this problem. How can we solve the destruction of the forest area, or how can we protect our natural vegetation and wildlife? We will discuss on next class. I think you got this topic. All of you read this area. Okay. And if you felt any difficulties or any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. So we will meet again on next class. Thank you.